People magazine just announced this year's sexiest man alive, and the internet is sharing their surprised and delighted reactions to finding out it is Paul Rudd. Let's get into it. Last week, Page Six reported that Chris Evans would likely be 2021's sexiest man alive. But last night, Stephen Colbert revealed that it was, in fact, Paul Rudd who passed this year's sexy test.
Do you mean that
You're sexy.
I'm sexy?
Paul, you're the sexiest man alive.
Help me, get him up.
I'm sexy. I'm the sexiest man alive. I'm the sexiest man alive.
And although he was all jokes during his sketch on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Paul is apparently having a hard time accepting the title. He confessed to People magazine, "I do have an awareness enough to know that when people hear that I'd be picked for this, they would say, 'What?' Paul added that this is not false humility. There are so many people that should get this before me. He also shared that his wife of 18 years, Julie, was stupefied by him winning the title. Own that, Julie. There are not many women out there that can say that their man has been crowned the sexiest man alive. Paul revealed that she was very sweet about it. After some giggling and shock, she said, "Oh, they got it right." And that was very sweet. She was probably not telling the truth, but what's she going to say? Oh, not us fangirling over these two. But though Paul seems to be reluctantly accepting the honor, fans clearly think he's worthy of the title. One fan commented, "This is a proven fact." Another agreed, writing, "People understood the assignment. Yes, they really did." Fans clearly appreciate Paul's humor. This fan commented that he's not only the sexiest man, but also the funniest, which makes him the sexiest. Yep, no lie detected. Other fans noted that they'd been on the Paul is sexy train ever since his early films. I knew it ever since Clueless. But as usual, Twitter had some of the best reactions to Paul's win over Chris Evans. Some fans were obviously disappointed that Chris didn't get the win. I don't get the nerdy hot thing. Is Paul Rudd adorable and funny? Yes. Sexiest man alive? No. Chris Evans, please. Hey, I mean, there's room for all of them, right? This user mirrored that sentiment, writing, "I love Paul Rudd and he deserves this, but I was kind of excited to see Chris Evans as people's sexiest man alive." I hear you. But while they were clearly upset, many Chris fans were still happy to hand over the prize to Paul. One person tweeted, "Faked me out with Chris Evans the other day. Paul Rudd really deserves this honor." Another user shared, "People were saying that Chris Evans was named People's Sexiest Man Alive, and I was like, yes, but they were wrong, and Paul Rudd is. To be honest, I'm not mad at it." Some famous faces also shared their thoughts on Paul being the sexiest man alive. Seth Rogen tweeted, "No arguments here." His co-star Mark Ruffalo had to share that he had his back from day one. Is that Paul Rudd, sexiest man alive? I knew this day would come. Congrats, man. I hope you continue to never age so you can continue to hold this title. Who knew Mark was such a stan? And Ryan Reynolds joked on the Today Show that he would let the title go straight to his head.
I think that this opportunity will be wasted on him like so many before him. He's going to play it shy. He's going to play it bashful, humble.
He even went on to joke that he thinks Paul should seize the opportunity.
Oh, if I got it now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would leave my family, but they would need to go on without me.
Let's not forget that this isn't the first time Chris has been beaten by Paul. Who can forget when, during an appearance on Billy on the Street in 2019, this fan chose Paul over Chris when they were asked who they'd rather sleep with between the two. Ouch.
Can you please leave? We're having a moment. Let the pretty people talk.
Congrats to Paul Rudd on this most prestigious honor. For more on the sexiest men alive, including one of my personal favorites, click right over here for another clever video. Then be sure to let me know what you think of Paul Rudd being named the sexiest man alive for 2021 in the comments section below. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on socials at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.